Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. I think it's started. So, hey guys, so it's 1:24 a.m. and I'm starting a little late, but no problem. Like I'm showing up again, and we are going to cover up something at least for till 3 or 3:30. We are going to stay here, and our goal is simple. I don't know why it started. Okay, great. So yeah, let's forget about it. Uh, First of all, welcome to High Entropy. If you are gonna watch it whenever, maybe if you are going to watch like when I'm streaming. Actually, when I'm streaming, I'm not checking if any, and I think no one is pinged me ever, and no one texted when I'm streaming. And to be honest, I'm not checking. If I'm checking something, then it will be after once I finish the stream. Before that, I'm not checking because my goal is simple. It is okay. If you're watching for the first time, so I'll let you know. So my idea is simple. I'm doing this because I get motivation when I'm streaming. I feel like okay, there might be people are watching, and because of that, I feel some sort of embarrassment when I'm not able to do something. For example, today I was doing. It's a kind of real pressure I feel. Okay, so like I was trying to solve a problem, and I undervalued that problem. And finally, I was trying to solve it, and I failed to solve. And I tried for like I started around 9:30, and I tried it for till 11 o'clock. Then I just said, okay, it's not going to happen. It won't work. It's not working. And after that, I decided, okay, I won't eat food, and went out. And what I did simply, I went out and took a walk and came back and again tried. And finally, I was able to solve, and the problem was like I was not thinking in the right approach. There were some corner cases that were missing, and after that, it solved. For example, I tried with recursion, everything was okay. Only the problem was little. I have to do something above, I was doing below, and because of that, it was failing. Alright, so one thing I learned from it that so our goal is simple. We are going to hustle, we are going to try, we are going to fail. It's real. It's not like a okay, I'm recording something and I'm telling you okay, do this because it's my real hustle that is going on, and I'm just telling you. I'm just showing it because I just want you know what I just want to create a digital footprint or something, you can say digital diary, where I will keep everything. So it's a good thing, right? You are keeping everything in a document, or you can say in a digital footprint. So if you will watch maybe in the future, I will watch in the future, then I'll say okay, if I live longer. So yeah, no worries. So we are here to okay. So finally, I will show you. So I tried three options, and all of them three, if you can see, when I tried 18 minutes ago, 31 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, and all of them. This is the first approach that is normal one, tabular method. Second approach I tried to optimize tabular because we don't need that much space. We can solve it using two rows only. And third option I tried, that is simple recursion. That should be the first. Logically it should be first, but there was only one problem, and because of that, like base condition, it should be above. I will okay. I was keeping it below. Here, if you see, where is it? Yeah, I was keeping this condition above, and because of that, when it is touching the boundary condition, it was failing. Okay. I mean, it was returning false by default. So that was the case. And finally, but after thinking a lot, I found it like okay, this is the reason. But you can learn a lot of things from. Yeah, and also when I was on a walk, I thought you weather won't be the same always. Sometime it will be cold, sometime hot, and sometime rainy. That is how life goes. you would feel the same. Sometimes you will feel down, sometimes you will feel high, motivated, excited, and we have to take the average of all and we have to decide how we want to proceed. One thing is you should start crying and say, God, nothing is going good, and I will, like you will say something like, I hope you get it. And second option is, okay, take a deep breath and maybe go on a walk. And again, when you are feeling refreshed, maybe you need time, 2 hours, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, but came back, come back and try it again. It could be problem solving, it could be you are learning AI, you are learning something else, you are doing a business, anything. Because we only have options like we can try out and we can learn from the experience, from the failures. We don't have any other options. If you will feel okay, no, God is not with me and things are not in my favor and all. So what is other option? Just think, do you have any other options other than trying again? Wake up and rise again. Wake up and try again. We do not have any other options, right? So the sort of motivation I wanted to give you. I know it will feel boring, but still I feel like sometimes I need motivation. I feel demotivated, and I feel okay things are not going in the direction. Then I do not have any options. But right now I'm feeling better because I solved the problems. But sometimes you will feel okay. Like when I was not able to solve the problem, I will tell you the real experience. I was feeling very bad. Like mood was completely upset. I went out. I was listening music and I was jumping and I was thinking, okay, what went wrong? Why I'm not doing things? How will I be able to do or why how will I manage things? And I still am thinking it's not like everything is gone, but yeah, we have to come up, we have to try out other things. For example, I will show you some examples. Okay, I will show you a meme. This one I like it a lot. This one, yeah, don't know why. Like in dangerous situation, I come forward. Don't know how. uh, so this you can think of like that only. Like you can also think like in the same way. Okay, I don't know why it happens with me and all. It's not going to happen. By the way, forget about the emotional drama and what is happening with your life. Just start. And one more thing, before I start, I just wanted to tell you, whoever, whether you know little bit Python, whether you know little bit AI, just start what you wanted to do and then explore. Don't feel like okay, once I'll be master, then I will start AI learning. Once I'll be master, then I will master Python, then I will start learning AI. Don't do. Just start what you wanted to. Make curiosity, then you start deep diving into things. My funda is simple. I am following top to bottom approach. I will deep dive once I will get the surface level concepts clearly. Then I will start like learning other things. MCP. What are MCPs? What are how to build LLM? How to build different things like how the parameters are working, how the embeddings are working perfectly. What algorithms to use for embedding and all. So I know only the level theoretical knowledge like embeddings are nothing but vectors and have multi-dimensional vector you can say. And so I think maximum 10 24 dimensions. And then you are using similarity like what other text can be similar to this text. So based on that you are calculating vector for that particular text, maybe query, and now you're comparing this query within the vector space, okay, whether it is matching with it or not. So there are so many things. I just I know little bit about the AI terminologies or you can say basic things. And I think once I learn this skill, still I mean I need to rewatch the video because I have gone through the video, but I didn't do or I have not did any uh, what we say hands on. So still knowledge is very limited. I know what are skills we need to write skills.md and we need to create Claude dot inside the Claude you can create inside the Claude folder you can create folders and then you can place an skill, not an a skill. Uh, and then you can invoke it. There are two ways: either use natural language and then call I want to get the flat price of flats. Then what it will do in my local area. Uh, and you created one skill that will fetch from the local area and it will give you the result. Then you will get it. It will use a skill and you will get the result. So today's idea is simple. First thing, we are going to perform some hands-on. Second thing, we are going to finish the remaining lecture. And I hope 30 minutes will be enough for the lecture. So I'm thinking like let's go with hands-on first. My skull is itching. If you see, my ears are very less. Sometimes I'm covering my head. I feel like sometime after a while, if I won't earn much, then I will become bald and bankrupt both. Okay, by the way, jokes apart, let's jump into the VS Code. We have to open VS Code because yesterday we did the setup, right? So now the thing is, okay, so most demanding part, that is skills we need to learn. So where is my AI journey? So many things I learned, but I forgot everything. Skill. Okay, so first we are going to see documentation because I don't remember what. I know Claude skills. So I'm just telling you like how I'm going to proceed. Because it's like you don't know everything and you don't remember. My brain is not like. Oh man, no. I do not want like this. I just want to talk. Bro, where is the dog? Sale call prep. First thing I'm planning today, I will use something like using a snowflake. So let's see. Hey, I hate it. Let me see. Docs I want to see. Claude with the skills, okay? So we are going to follow the docs. Simple thing is whatever you wanted. So we got basics of move it to dark mode too because it's night and skills extend what Cloud can do. Create skill.md file with instruction and Cloud adds it to its toolkit. Cloud uses skill when relevant. Or you can invoke skill name. I forgot everything. I mean, yeah, most of the things I remember only. So let's say this is a query script we are going to create. So haven't they provided anything like how to create? Okay. Skills summarize. No problem. So what is this? I mean, yeah. So we are going to say Claude Pro. I will want to create skills, and here I will create one skill that will be uh, fetch API. I want to do something else. So let me think. Okay, restart. So first thing I'm just planning to do something. Yeah, it's bro. Where is my folder? I want to cover more things, right? So yeah, let me call it. I will make a plan. So plan. I mean, yeah. So simple is create a skill, and what I'll do. First thing I will create a skill. So I'm planning like it should fetch the data from Snowflake, run some queries on Snowflake. No, no. So create a skill. I mean, I'm gonna create a skill. Hey, okay. Don't ask me again. Okay. So now thing is connect to Snowflake. Get the latest. I mean, what should I do? It will connect to Snowflake, performs, write some queries, get the result, and load it into the. I mean, store it into the. What we say into CS as a CSV files. So I will do something. Okay, so let's do one thing. Okay, so CSV data, files. I mean, I don't want big files. Customer, people, organization. Okay. So let's take, how many records are there? 2 to 4 to 6 means 1 million. Yeah, 1 million. That's too much, man. I want simple data so that it can analyze. Okay, let it download. So what we are downloading? Products, and we'll ask it. Okay, we are not going to do anything. We'll ask it to create a script. I mean, what? How he mentioned skills? I really forgot anything. So products 1000. Okay, so where to keep data? Oh no, sorry. I will create two skills. First skill will be simply to load data into Snowflake, and so what I will add files, and I will ask it to check if the file is not loaded, then only load the file in each run. Okay. If there are, I will place new file. It's like a Snowflake. I mean, it's their responsibility to create table, analyze and create table, and then load it into Snowflake. Okay. Every time, if new file, and if the data is already there, then you don't need to do anything. If file is already present, so I'm assuming simple. I will create simple task. And the second skill will be like we are going to. I will ask it to fetch the data from the Snowflake tables, and then what you do? Simply fetch the data from Snowflake, and then perform the operations. I mean, what kind of operations you can say? Let's say build a dashboard and build a build a Python dashboard so that I can see, visualize, and provide me top 5 products and different types of KPIs based on the product. Let's see how it's going to do it. I don't know. I'm completely clueless. I mean, I just know what needs to be done. So first skill we are going to create, that will be something like load data, to Snowflake. Okay. So skill dot MD, right? What is the I think the structure I'm using not correct. So load to snowflake will say like snowflake. Okay. Wow, great. So skill.md we created. I mean, I got it, man. How to do it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been 2 days. I haven't performed any. I mean, let me see. Anslamba GitHub. I need to. Hey, bro. He's living in Canada. Wow, great. Working hard, bro. And God, where is Claude code full course? Okay, Claude, we are going to see skills. So, how create fetch API, then data logs, skill.md, code. I want to see code. Okay, so the process is okay. So simple thing is first uses. Is it any standard or what? Let's explore it, man. We are not here to follow ratta. So I'll say load to snowflake. Okay. Uses we have, and here we'll change the description. So load data to snowflake from the specified CSV files. And what we are going to do, we will create like a snowflake account, and I will add the details, I mean user and password, everything in here. I will check like what are the best practices to do. Okay, so this is the same, so I will keep the same. Okay, I will keep my own. So why don't step one? Okay, I need to tell it, right? So okay, why? And yeah, use this, and so I'll keep step one. Activate environment or use pick the Python, and I'm just copying out. Let's do it like that. Choose the virtual in virtual environment. Okay. Oh bro. So this is the name, and what is the process? Right, okay, I can write everything. Before you start running any Python script, make you have activated the environment. meant, and what is path we need to specify? Okay, so let me see. I will see it like okay here in the PWD CD. You can see yeah. So PWD here you go. Okay, I'll keep this one only. Claude code.venv. Now what I did environment en. Okay. So before you start running any Python script, make sure you have activated the environment. Contains in the root folder of this project. I will use my natural language dot venv. Install the required dependencies. Okay, I will specify environment is created using UV. Let's see how it will do. Okay, so it will install the package. Step 2. Step 2. So okay, choose the virtual environment. Pick the Snowflake credentials. Kept the required Snowflake credentials inside .env file. So it will be Snowflake account name. Okay. I will keep Snowflake account name, data warehouse, schema, database, user and password. Snowflake account, Snowflake user, Snowflake password. Snowflake, I'm going to use password. Snowflake database, Snowflake schema, get the Snowflake credentials. I will say. I don't know how many credits it's going to consume. Step 3. I will do it once, so it's better. So it's better on APIs. So load the data from files. Okay, so Okay, I need to. So I'll keep data here. No. So you can say copy path. There will be copy path option. So yeah, I will place the files in the I'm expecting it should be smart enough. And it's place these CSV files. CSV files inside the and make sure to process only the files that are new. Okay, so that are new. That means not. I mean, yeah. Let's see how it's going to do. And third step 4, I will say logging. What do we call it? And keep the table name as the file name. Okay. If we are placing file again, I don't know. I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm expecting name, current date and time in the format. Everything inside when table loaded, full path of the table, status, and create a new log file on each run with time stamp. Let's take let's take this. So this is something, and it's two. Okay. So okay, I think we kept everything. Just I need to create account. So I'm gonna create account. Bro, let's create an account. Snowflake. Free. Have create. It's a good thing is like you can create accounts. I will create one account. I will create. I will create top shadow. I'll keep everything same. Yeah. Let's take okay. AWS most popular school name. What do I say? Anything name. HIPAA University. University. Asia Pacific. I will say. Let's take India, bro. Are you not providing India? I think Mumbai Central will be there, right? No problem. US East, I thought UP East. Asia Pacific. Let's take Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore. I think there are so many servers in the Singapore. If they are not out. Skip, bro. Just give me. I want to use Python, SQL. Yeah, so they are using it for analytics purpose. Snowflake Coco for developers. Check your inbox. My inbox has a lot of things. Hey, bro, real work. Okay. Yeah. Dark shadow. Oh, I have to create it. I have to create another dark shadow. I like this name. I don't know why. Oh, it won't work. Suggest a strong password. Oh, I forgot it. I will forget it. Let's take something that will be easy. So I will keep it dark shadow underscore. Oh, no underscore. So how many characters your password must contain? Please. Bro, I think I won't be able to use a strong password. Get it started. You get it? This is a what? Oh god, I can't use it. So let's say Oh, I just need to remember it. I don't think I will be remember. I will be able to remember it. I will save it, no problem. So we got the snowflake and the workspace. Okay, so if you're gonna follow, if you're following me, then you can do it. Okay, so we are going to. No, I used the snowflake, so that's why I just wanted to build something using a snowflake. I know workspace it's newly created. So SQL file we are going to create. I will create one warehouse so that let's call it basic setup. If you are using also is okay Coco. I mean select I'm a account admin na. So create new account. I mean create account. And I forgot the terminologies who should create the account. Real person. I think sysadmin or the sysadmin. Let's create it using account admin, no problem. For the time being, I mean I need to learn it. So create account name. Let's Claude user. Claude user. Okay. And comment let's set will give you access to it. Account for Claude Code. I think it will. Oh, I know. I don't know. I think I would. Okay, let's see how to create new snowflake account. I mean user. I think I did something wrong. Create not account user. Yeah, let's see. Why it's showing 2 times? Okay, status and this is basically yeah. It's showing show account accounts. There will be sysadmin and so many accounts. Oh man, so users. Why I am going to share again and again accounts. Claude user. Okay, so create warehouse. Let's say Claude compute warehouse. Okay, and size small. I don't know. I forgot everything. I think it will be here. Use create or replace. Let's show warehouses. Yeah, you can say Cloud Compute. Small one credit it's going to consume. Oh no, sorry. Small it's going to take extra small one credit per hour, and if you are using small it will take. It's going to take one. Really? Extra small takes one, right? Oh, let's forget it. So we have warehouse, compute warehouse. Now we'll create database, Claude, DB, database. Okay. Comment da- database for Claude. Use database, Claude database. Can I add it into my resume? I don't create. What do we say? Create a schema. Claude schema. I'm going to use Claude everywhere. So Claude database we have, schema we have. Okay, now one thing is like we need how to grant a user snowflake to create, modify database and modify, update tables in a scheme. I want to give it minimum. Access data allow the role to access the schema. To this. Oh, okay. So if I do this, okay, let's do. Okay, let's see. So I just wanted to see. Create role, Claude access role, comment role to access tables in a particular schema. Okay, so we created one role. Now we want to so this is right. So allow grant users on my database, Claude database, to role, Claude role. Great. Database grant users on database. Okay, now grant users on schema to role, Claude database, Claude schema. Great. And here we are going to Claude access role. Okay. Can't we give directly this one? Grant users on database, grant users on schema. Okay, great. Now the third thing is, where is pro? Where are you? Grant container access, grant table creation privilege. Allow the role to create new tables. Okay, great. I'm following the best practices, so let's try. I don't know. Grant create table on schema. Claude access role. role. Wow, great, bro. It's so far going great. Okay, so we provide the table creation privilege, grant modification and update privileges. Grant, update, modification and update privileges. Did it? I thought hard. I think I copied 2 times the same thing. That's why I'm confused about. I thought when I executed this code and again I thought maybe. Grant data modification privilege on all current tables. Ensure these privileges apply to tables created in the future. Okay, on all tables in schema. On future tables in schema. Bam. Sure. I never tried these things. I never felt like okay, I need to learn this. Sometimes we are using, most of the times this. And why should I remember these things? I know only role-based access control, that is the thing. Don't put everything into your brain. It's not necessary. Why are you using tools? Only remember how to do. You are an orchestrator, not a garbage SSD. Only keep important thing. Priority first. That's my philosophy. It might be wrong for you. For structural modification, alter, drop on existing table. Okay, I'm giving it most of the privileges forward. Grant ownership on future tables in schema to role. Copy current grants. Hey, when I'm copying 2 things, I feel like okay. Okay, I think I copied. There are 2. I'm so sorry. I think yeah. That's why I'm thinking like every time I'm copying, there are 2 rows, 2 commands coming. Actually, I'm copying it from there, and there are 2 commands like in one step. So here, and this is okay for structural modification. We did. Which one we didn't delete for structural modification? Alter, drop. Got it. This. Now assign the role to user. Okay, grant role. Custom role, my custom role. Claude access role. Current user. Claude user. Go, just go and enjoy. I won't want. Oh. Hey, bro. Okay, I mean, yeah, let's forget about it. So let's use. I mean, I don't know. Will it work? First, I wanted to test it out if it will work or not. Okay. Use role. Use. What do we say? user Claude user. I think the use role one minute bro. So users. I just created user and this is talk shadow username. So I will give okay now I hope I can see it. Still not visible. Use rule. Let's see. I think now it will be. Now you can see. Show tables. Use database. Claude database. Use schema. Claude schema and create table. I'm using, let's say, test table as the name where show tables. I just wanted to insert into this table values 1 ras. I will use ras and Simran. What is the spelling of Simran? Just do let me know. Am I did something wrong? Okay. Number of rows to insert it. So let's select star from test table. I already selected the table. Okay, so it's able to insert. Okay, great. So I think now I can use these tails. So show account first. We need to check show accounts. Details required to connect to Snowflake via Python. Snowflake account. I do not want. Okay. This is the account. So great. So we got the account. Hey bro, we'll do later. 1 minute I will just. I will block my screen so that I can. I don't know if you are able to access my environment variable, then God knows what is going to happen. You are seeing my black screen, no problem. There's nothing. Snowflake database. Oh, bro, what the heck? CLAUVE Claude database. Why it is jump? Claude. Okay, what we say? Claude schema role, click role equals to Claude. What was the role, bro? Claude access role. What up? Where is my enemy? Snowflake role. Okay, so I have given it all the required information. Now what I'm expecting it. So I will keep one file here. Okay, sorry, I'm not saving my screen. So bad. Yeah, great. So I'm sharing my screen and you can see. Let's see. We are ready to try our first evergreen skill, and if it will work, then I'll be very happy. First skill I created, and it's completely new. So its goal is just load data to Snowflake. So we are going to place a file. It's very simple. I can create a script, Python script, and I think in the same time I might have created one skill, but you know it's not for that. Like our mission is bigger. Once you will be master, it will be very easy. I was most of the time I did Snowflake creation, like Snowflake details and all. That's why. So I will upload the file that I downloaded from here. So product.csv, though it will take time little, but it's. So let's see. Copy. I think copy paste works inside this. Yeah, paste it, bro. No, I don't want to install any. Okay, so let's ready. Okay, load to snowflake. Let's see how it's going to work. 3, 2, and here we go. Casting, fingers crossed. Me to help you with. And load them to snowflake. So reload skills. Let's say wearing. Fuck, still I understand load snowflake workflow. Based on the documentation, here is what needs to happen. Environment setup activate. Am I missing something? Okay, I think I need to specify. I think okay, let me call. Can you load the data to Snowflake God from data to Snowflake from the data folder? Let's see how to. Okay, it's speaking now. Great. Read. Best check the data folder contains. Okay, it's getting this now. Verify.mv file exists. Exist. Skills.mv list all files in the skills directory. Let me check the project setup and create the loading script. Okay, so it's created logs. Great. Okay, so it's adding the dependencies like Snowflake connector Python. Yeah, I know that pandas it is needed. Okay, great. So far everything is. Now let me install dependencies. UV sync. Great. Wow, everything is going perfectly in the sync as expected. Bro, what I'm doing? Yeah, perfect, bro. Everything is perfect so far. Yeah, at least I'm happy. Tried my best. Nothing is new here. Yeah, for sure. We are creating. Yes, but keep it inside. Load to Snowflake scripts. Now you can see skills loads to. Wow, perfect, bro. How much tokens I'm going to spend on it? Load the data to Snowflake. Source, it's going to activate, it's going to run. So before running, I just wanted to see what exactly is happening here. So let me see the scripts. It's logging, it's doing everything, connecting with the Snowflake os.getAME. It is using, okay, great. Execute, select if found stuff from and name cursor fetch greater than 0, that means label already is load CSV file to Snowflake. Okay, looks everything good. As of now, it looks good. Yes. Incubating, I know incubate is an incubation period or computing. I think after this skill creation, I will jump into this remaining section. Remaining lecture. Then I will finish it and we'll see. But let's see how it's going. I was expecting like I will do other things. So it created logs and it will provide me password and all everything. Wait a minute, bro. I need to. Even if you can see me, no problem. It's free. And topic key destroying, that is biggest problem. I have to delete it. I don't think it will help. It wasn't problem of vomiting and all. Oh, fuck, banjo. What did it? I provided wrong credentials. ENV. I need to update. It wasn't. It's a dark shadow. Updated grids. Perfect. You made wrong script, bro. What the heck? So check it at starting. Make this edit to load. I'm flying, following. Musing? Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm not sharing you the credits are and not credits. Screen share is off. He is making so. It is making so many changes. Seriously. How much tokens it is going to consume? I think no tokens. Oh no, it will be required. You can say tokens. So I think my money is going to. What the heck? You are making so many mistakes in this small file. Next time I will create my own script and I will ask you to just run. Oh, oh wow. Great. It listed out all the databases and then showing what is the available databases and what you are as using. That's perfect, bro. What the heck? So it is trying all the options and then checking like what can it do. They should give us free the credits to experiment. So many changes it is doing. Now it's going to run again. Every time it's creating new log. Hey bro, are you planning to use $10? I mean, yeah, it is making so many changes. What the heck you are doing? You are experimenting or learning with me. I hope next time it will work. So many mistakes it is making. Now it is going to. What the fuck? Are you going to use copy command? Hey, I am not expecting that from you. What is the benefit of you if you are going to use copy command on? Let me try it out. First, let me see how many dollars. No. I need to check. Claude, bro, are you planning to take $0.40? Token volume 320k token. God, help me. Bad. Next time I'm gonna create my script on. Yeah, you are not doing perfectly. It's like yeah, maybe sometime it happens. It's also like you are trying out different options. It is also trying out different options. So many mistakes you are making, bro. I don't like it. I'm blindly following you. You created so many logs, you know. You succeeded in one trade. I mean, yeah, and 1153. 253, bro. Tinkering. Tinkering, not tinkering. Mosaic. And now it's copy into command. Stupid. If you say this time like I'm not running or something, then I will say no, I can't. Copy into why you use, bro? I don't like to use copy into. Found table. Hey, without a stage, how could you do that? Will it work? I think now it's loading. But let's see this script. Wow, finally it loaded. Table, read logs, and this system. Automatically detect new CSV file in the data folder, create table with names matching the file names, Append data if the people already exist, log all operations with timestamp. So now time to check. It means I wasted half dollar, 40 rupees. God, I will. It's too costly, man. Next time ask me, I will create these scripts with the help of ChatGPT. That is free. ChatGPT goes. Maybe we need, like as an individual user, we cannot. We can just experiment with it. So no worries, and it's see, where were we, bro? Where was this snowflake? So let's see. Show tables. Now let's see. You can see it created one. So what I am going to do? How many rows? 3 to 5. 1 lakh, 0.5, 0.1 million. Okay, looks everything great. Now we are going to next day. I mean tomorrow we are going to practice it, and we will ask like, oh, okay. So I will let me create something to do. I will create one to do. And tomorrow what I'm gonna do it, and in the heart, like we need to cover MCP first thing. For me, tomorrow what needs to be done? First, create new skill to fetch tables from Snowflake and generate build dashboard using Python matplotlib. Second, zero. Place a new file and check if it is able to process it. So both this we are going to do, and so far, like, yeah, at least I got a little bit of how to use it. Now the next thing is I need to finish the remaining lecture. I know it's about 3, but we can't do anything. We need to cover it. We need to finish it, bro. I don't know. Lunch now, come on, hey, welcome to the jungle. I think it's
What is that?
40 minutes only, so I think it will hardly take not 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Let's say take targeted for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna stay here till
Open has now for me using
when you
MCP.
are actively working on something and you wanted to build something, it's pretty interesting thing. Yeah. Though I'm just a little worried about the credits because it's not free. That's why I'm not experimenting a lot. Otherwise, I will do a lot of experiments. I will find out the ways. So from this onwards, like what I'll do, I will learn the open source tool, and I will experiment with open source tools and LangChain, LangGraph, how to build agents and all. Because I have a few plans like that I'm going to do cover. So yeah, let's see. It's been a long time I'm continuously talking, but I became thirsty. Nowadays my life is more about like pretty hectic. I'm waking up, going to office, coming back, starting again, attending calls and all. though office work is just like 10%, and 90% time I'm busy in my own work.
If you have any.
What feels more?
For me. That's it. Okay. So now to distinguish, I will simply say playwright own. That means this is my personal page. Search anything, you can just search it. Communication between your system and you. What is the difference? If I ask Claude code, let's say I want to add this MCP in my project. I will provide this thing. I'll simply say hit enter. Now what this will do, this will ask me, like I want to just use this, allow reading from this. So what this can do, or you can say what this will do, this will create a settings.json file and it will put that particular MCP server there. Okay, I can say yes. Then let's wait. And this has added this file. Okay, .mcp.json, but where? Where? In my project. See, if I say allow, yes. So if I see my structure, I will see .mcp.json here. See, wow, wow, it has automatically done that. Now this MCP server is only available. So if I see my structure, I will see .mcp.json here. See, wow, wow, it has automatically done that. Now this MCP server is only available in this project, which is a good thing. Sometimes what people like people can make mistake in this particular area. They can make the MCP servers available throughout their system, which is not a mistake. It totally depends upon the requirement. Sometimes you need to make available all the MCP servers.
Why is he talking very slow? Why he is talking very slow? I was thinking like maybe something serious. Yeah, he is discussing. That's why he will start speed up. He will take his. He will like be with same speed after a while, and I was waiting.
To our project, like any project can use it. But sometimes some MCP servers are strongly aligned towards one project. It should not be shared among different MCP servers. What is different project using MCP servers? In that particular scenario, you should always ask Claude Code that I want to add MCP server in this particular project only. Simple. What will happen after that? That MCP server will only be added in this particular project. So as you can see, that is done. I have created a .mcp.json file in a project node with the developer server MCP server, obviously, and it is saying when you use Claude Code text, it will detect this server. Why? Because whenever I will make any call, it will literally go here and it will see if there is an MCP server to perform this task. If yes, then I use who? Claude Code. Simple. And now, if I open this is the file, and this file is this thing. Wow. Yes. Now let's say you want to run this MCP. I can show you, don't worry. We will just add one or two more MCP servers so that you can just get the exact structure of MCP server. So this is very simple how you get active MCP. Simple. Okay. Now here, Claude Code is acting as a client. MCP server is this one which will run locally on your system. So whatever communication you are having with this particular MCP server is through standard input output. What did I say? By the way, this is the technical stuff regarding MCP, but consume this knowledge. STDI, standard input output. That means this MCP server will create a process to talk to the server. This is the most secure way because you are not sending a request outside. You are not receiving a response from outside. This is like communication between your system and you or your client. Simple. Okay. So whenever you see command like UBX, NBX, that means you are running MCP servers using STDI, standard input output. Simple? Very good. Now, UBX means that it will consume Python, and you already have Python installed. But some MCP servers use NPX, that means that relies on Node.js to execute the MCP server. So if you ever use any MCP server command, JSON configuration, where NPX is written like this, and in that scenario, make sure that you have Node.js installed on your system, otherwise that program will not run. Simple? So simply go on Google, type download Node.js, and that's it. If you are using NPX, if UBX, then it's fine because UBX will consume your Uni or you can say your Python command. Simple? Very good. This is a very basic example. Okay. Now let's say you want to add another MCP server. Obviously you can add, right? So if you want to add another MCP server, let me just show you a very good example. Okay, very good example. You can also go to let's say Gmail MCP server, and I think there's a very popular guy who has created this MCP server. Let's open this one. Let's see. I don't know about this guy, but I know this guy like, who has made a very popular. Oh yeah, so go on guys. Yeah, this is a popular one. So now, if I want to use this MCP server, Gmail or MCP server, what I can do, I can just simply search for the command that I need to install in my, you can say, MCP server. See, this is the command. Now this is using NPX. Now NPX is what? NPX is a kind of Python calls the Node.js equivalent of UVS. Okay, so you need to download Node.js in your system if you want to use Gmail MCP server. But if you are able to find any MCP server for Gmail using UVS, then you're good. If not, download Node.js. It's just a matter of like a few minutes and that's it. Simple. So you can just add this as well. So all of these MCP servers are local MCP servers. Now let me show you very good. I need water now. But let's complete the lecture first of all. So now let me show you a very cool example. I want to show you one thing. Yeah, play it. So now you know, let's say these all are the MCP servers that we see here, right? Let's say plugin. And if you go in plugin, you will see all of this, right? Loading plugins. Might take install. Bro, let me open the Claude. Perfect. And use this. Yeah. So now, if you have installed an MCP server and if you open the terminal, it will ask you that do you want to use this MCP server? I will say use this MCP server. So yeah. So now whatever question I will ask, it will always refer to mp.json. If it will feel like it can use an MCP server, it will use it. Okay. So we are not using it right now, but I want to show you something. So simply say plugin. Okay. So I will see the plugins. Okay. So here are all the plugins. All the plugins GitHub. Oh, so we have GitHub plugins. Yes. GitHub plugin means it can actually manage everything using your GitHub account, all the PRs, that means pull requests, all the issues, all the bugs, everything. Okay. So you can also install this MCP server in your Claude code and then your GitHub account and just rely on Claude code for everything. And it is amazing. Okay. And if you want to search anything, you can just search it. So the intent of doing this terminal is there are so many you can say MCP servers. But let's say we don't want to use these integrated MCP servers. So for example, I'm currently using, or let's say I have recently downloaded the MCP server Playwright, right? So now let's say this feature would not be available. Okay, this feature would not be available. Okay, so now if I go to Google or I search Playwright MCP server, then I can just go to the GitHub repo. So here I can scroll down and see this is their command. Wow. So even if you are not able to find MCP server for Playwright in Claude code, you actually don't need to be dependent on the connectors or plugins that we have in Claude code. Why? You can easily find MCP servers everywhere because MCP servers are not just for your Claude code. It is for everything. So you can literally copy this. Okay, you can literally copy this. I can just show you. But I'm obviously won't work because I do not have the. No, I have Node.js. Yeah, I have Node.js. I can confirm. I can. Yeah, I have Node.js. So I can even add it because I'm going to show you like how you can add MCP servers. So what you need to do simply add a comma after DG search and Control V. And here you need to remove MCP servers because MCP servers is what we headed. That's it. And here remove this as well. Not really. Okay. Okay, this MCP servers. Okay, this is open. This is closed. This is closed here. Yes, this is closed here, and this is closed here. Okay, and this is closed here. Is it good? MCP servers. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Perfect. And oh, yeah, this is extra. Now this is good. Perfect. So this way, you can even add. I think now it's good. Yeah, now it's good. So this way, you can add all of these MCP servers like this. So now I have MCP server DDT search. This is Playwright. So just to distinguish, I will simply say Playwright. Oh, that means this is my personal Playwright MCP server. So now if I just search MCP, it will give me plugin DDG search, and I think this has not taken care of this thing. Let me just open a new session. And the best way is use the terminal. Claude, and then MCP. So I have MCP servers DDG search, and I have pencil. Maybe it is not good. So the second thing I have Playwright. So now this one is not actually picked up. I don't know why. Okay. Command C wrapper to execute NPX. Okay, makes sense. So now they're saying that they need command C. Okay, like basically backslash C wrapper to execute NPX because by default you cannot run your NPX based MCP server, but that is not a big problem. So you can literally replace this entire command with this one. So what this will do? This will literally run your command with C/C. So whenever you want to run any MCP server with NPX with Claude, you have to use this thing. Make sense? So now let's try to confirm it. Okay. So I will simply say exit Claude use the server yes. Then MCP.
Hold on.
Use the server yes. Say exit Claude. Use the server yes. Then MCP. And now you can see DDT search Playwright. That means that is my personal MCP. Okay. And then I have pencil, which is still there, it's fine. Then I have built-in MCP, which is Playwright. I can even disconnect it because I now have my own MCP server running here, right? But just for security, let's keep it not. But you can just disconnect it using a plugin here. Okay, that's not really. Makes sense? Okay, makes sense. Now you can do, you can use these particular MCP servers. Yes, you can use these MCP servers. Now we go to Claude code. I will say, I want to get the latest news on, let's say, Claude code using MCP. Okay, let's see what it will do. It will just run it is saying, do you want to do DDT search? Yes. So it is able to identify MCP or DDT search. So it will just use DDT search. It will download the package. It will run the code. It will get the response. It will give it to Google. Simple. So it has like fetch more detail or what is it saying? Okay. Key update. Okay. So it has just given me the update for Claude Code review launch March 9. New multi-agent code review, automatic realize AI generated code, and flash logic errors, boost and engineering running by 200%, and blah blah blah. Opus 4.6 release. Yes. So these are all the latest news that I have got using DDG search because Claude Code doesn't have any kind of built-in tool for making a real-time search related to news. Wow. Now I will say, I want you to open Amazon and tell me the price of, or let's say, just let's say I want you to open Amazon for me. That's it. Okay. So now what it will do, it should open one of the windows. Let's wait. I can help with that. I can tell you what I'm trying to accomplish. Related to Claude Code, and then the Claude Code is. I will say, open Amazon for me using MSP if you have it. For this simple. Yes. So now we'll just open. Oh yeah, see, we'll just okay, this is good. See, this window is automatic. Yes. So now we'll just open. Oh yeah, this. See, wait.
Oh, he also using same too. Okay. Great. And OBS doing something or what?
Okay, see, this window is already opened by Claude. Very good. And you know what? When I was testing MCP server properly, right? Few days back, I asked you to just put some stuff that I wanted to buy in the cart. Work. If it work, it literally searched everything in the browser, in the search bar of Amazon.com. Search for that stuff, same color, same everything in the cart. Wow. So you can also do these things using these MCP servers. So these are called STDI based MCP servers. That means local MCP servers. But now, as I mentioned, that you can also access the remote servers. Remote servers are the future, for sure. And now I want to show you what are the remote servers. And I'll give you an example of remote servers. Tagly search. Tagly search is a kind of tool which allows you to make search similar to Google search. Simple. So what you can do, you will literally go to Tagly search MCP server. And one thing that you would need in Tagly MCP server, you would need an API key, and Tagly allows you to create an API key with 1,000 free requests. So you can directly go to Tagly search and create your account, create your API key for free, and then you can just use this MCP server for free. Simple. Okay, good. So I will just click over here on Tagly.com, and here you can see that this is a Tagly MCP server. But you know what? When you will be looking at that command to add this MCP server, you'll be like, what is this command? Let me show you. So remote MCP server, and this is the command. You will say this is a URL though. This is not MCP server. This is a MCP server. But this is a hosted MCP server. And in the hosted MCP server, we always use HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Okay, so that is why it is the future, because when we have the hosted remote hosted servers, we can just treat it like a normal API call. That is fine, but how can we add this in our MCP list? That's a very good question. So you can just copy this URL. By the way, you need to complete this URL by your API. I have my API, but you can just put your API in case of this. Okay, so you will go to Claude Code and you say, I want you to add this MCP in my .mcp.json. So do you know what it will do? It will write one MCP server and it will simply say server name, type is HTTP, and then URL. That's it. It will not write command. It will not write arguments. Why? Because it's not running locally. This is simply running on a server outside of your machine. Simple. Let's see. Yes. See, it is here. It is added. I think it forgot to add type. Type is very important by the way, but still I can simply confirm it by going to the command. This is my assumption because because this is a line. They can just change their entire code that I have written. So simply say Claude, and I will write MCP. So I have got, okay, so I think there's one error. Does not have MCP server schema. I was so sure about it. So we need to say type, and type is HTTP. Okay, now if I just refresh it, now I say Claude, and user is yes, MCP, perfect, Tagly is there, see, DDG search, play right on, and Tagly, perfect. So this way you can just add your Tagly search API as well, basically, but do not forget to replace that Tagly API with your API, okay, and this way you can just create an account, just create an account and everything is sorted, perfect. This is your MCP server. So in short, you can enhance the capabilities of your Claude Code by pulling the external tools. Now what is the advantage? Now, how DDG search actually perform the search for you? DDG search has some tools available within that particular MCP server. Extract and there's one more tool that it has. So I didn't write any code by myself. I simply used the code that was written in the MCP server by the owner of the MCP server. I simply ran the code. Simple. It saved a lot of time. Plus it is approved by the community, because obviously whenever you're just building something for the community, a lot of iterations would happen, a lot of improvement would happen, a lot of edge cases would happen taken care of. So obviously. And now when I'm using MCP server for a reputed brand and Microsoft, they have an amazing function to use the browser. Simply use this. Now Microsoft also doesn't provide the hosted MCP server, because hosted MCP server is the future. But now they're simply using their old MCP server that runs local. And it's fine. And then Tagly is you can say AI-based application, so they just hosted their MCP server. So in the Tagly as well, they have 4 to 5 functions, 4 to 5 tools. And I'm directly using the code. And here, I am not even running the functions locally. Why? Because I'm simply sending my request to this hosted version when I'm having API. Simple. That is the power of your MCP servers, where you do not need to worry about the tools. You do not worry about the code. You simply create a client. Wow. Now let me just tell you one very interesting thing. Claude Code handles MCP servers very jolly because it is code first approach. Developers use it. But when you use Claude desktop application for MCP servers, it behaves differently. Wow. In Claude Desktop, you can run your local MCP servers without any kind of effort. Why? Because it was made like that. Okay. Then when companies started pushing their MCP servers on a hosted server, then Claude directly connected those MCP servers into their Claude Desktop application, and they just call it as connectors. Connectors is just a fancy word. Behind the scenes, it is just an MCP. Simple. But now, if you want to add your custom MCP, let's say Tavily is not here. Or it is here. I don't. Let me search. Manage plugins. If I search Tavily, no, Tavily is not there. So if you want to use Tavily, you cannot use it like this in Claude Desktop application. Why? Because it's not allowed like this. Now this is the technical stuff that I'm just going to say. So now Claude Desktop, what it will do, it cannot make a connection directly to the hosted MCP server. Okay. And I'm just talking about Claude Desktop. Claude can work. It is fine. Okay. I'm just talking about the Claude Desktop. Claude Desktop will use a proxy. Okay. Local proxy. So for that proxy, we have a special function called npx, which is the command, and your package name is mcp remote. Okay. So we use that package which deroutes all of the traffic from local URL to that hosted route. So this is the kind of workaround that we use. Till the time Claude Desktop has that particular, you can say, package, and it's still not there. We still use that particular package. But we developers do not need to worry about this. Developers will not use Claude code in Claude Desktop application. Developers use Claude code directly in the code editor. But why I use this thing? Because obviously you can just explore Claude Desktop application. You might get the subscription from the Claude Desktop application because see, it is worth it. Because if you just compare the cost, Claude subscription will actually be a better thing. If you are just using Claude on a daily basis and using it for hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, Claude subscription is a better place. And when you are using Claude Desktop subscription, you can actually use the Claude Desktop application as well. But my idea is just to take the raw stuff that developers use. Because Claude Desktop application is also built for the non-developers, non-technical people, where they just want to connect to Google, they want to connect to Gmail, they want to connect to whatever without writing any code, without seeing what is happening behind the scenes. Simple, very good. So this is the thing, and similar to this, the next is a pure Claude code thing. If you want to add any MCP server in the VS Code, okay, in the VS Code, then also you can just do it. It's not a big deal. But we are not using those clients. Those are just like the IDE clients that we use. But this is like pure Claude code. It has nothing to do with VS Code, cursor, whatever. Because I don't know like you are using which IDE, so I cannot just tell you MCP through VS Code, that cursor. Simple. So this is your MCP servers with Claude code. And I know now you'll be thinking like, hey, we can just connect to this MCP, we can just do this one, we can just automate this thing, and exactly that is the stuff being happened today. People are actually automating so much of things using MCP servers because they do not need to write any code to automate stuff. They simply need to use the tools available within that MCP server. Just for example, let's say you can even automate your emails, you can even automate your Slack messages, you can even automate your group chat, whatever you have. Let's say you are going on vacation, okay, and you are going out for at least a week, and you already know if you're working in 9 to 5 corporate, by the end of the next week, you will have like thousands of messages, and you cannot like read each and every message, but you cannot say that maybe some because what message will be written in that particular chat. So in that particular scenario, you can just use Claude code. You can connect your Slack, your Teams, whatever you want to connect. Boom. Simply ask Claude code. What is the summary? What is happening? Is there anything important for me? Is there any to do for me? Simple. Okay, that's how we work. Okay, and you can see one more thing here. Dot playwright MCP. This is like for console that we just used. Okay, so this is your MCP under the hood. And if you now want to explore MCP in detail, feel free to go to the official documentation, which is modern context protocol. So this is the okay. So you can just read about it in detail. STDIO, SSE, streamable HTTP. These are three basic kinds of MCP servers that we have, and you should know the reasons behind MCP servers. Because I can just simply say plug and play. I can simply plug the URL and I can get access to all of the functions and tools available. I don't need to change the configuration. I don't need to get a different dedicated client. Nothing. Just MCP, JSON, and that's it. You can even get a client using Python, but that all of these things we can, if you want, we can cover all of these things in a dedicated MCP server masterclass. If you want to study MCP server in detail, like from scratch. Okay. But yeah, this is everything about MCP servers in Claude Code. Now let's talk about this amazing feature in Claude Code, hooks. This was added I think a few months back in Claude Code. Why it was added and as a user hooks, let's talk about hooks because this is very important. In short, let's say we are using Claude Code. We all know that. Okay. So let's say this Roman is using Claude Code. Perfect. So now this Claude Code does so much things. This Claude Code will let's say so many calls, skills, whatever. While performing so many things, Claude Code has inner checkpoints. What do I mean by inner checkpoints? For example, Claude Code manages all of these things in the form of events. If Claude Code wants to make a tool call, that is a kind of checkpoint. That is a kind of area where Claude Code knows, hey, this is a different event. Once the tool call is completed, then next tool call, if it wants to call multiple tools. Simple. After that, after making all of these tool calls, there are some more events as well. Okay. What is the benefit of these events? Earlier, there was no benefit, but then Claude Code team made the best use of these events. So what they did, they introduced hooks. Okay. So now let's say this developer, this Rohan, knows that I have these events. I will show you all of the events. Okay. So Rohan knows that I have all of these events. Now Rohan is a developer. Rohan knows how to perform, how to write script, how to perform the automation. Now Rohan knows that every time one event is invoked, one event is completed, I can run something in between. For example, let's say this Claude Code made a tool call. Okay. So this tool call is invoked. This tool call is made. Okay. Makes sense. Now this is an event. Okay. This is an event. Okay. Now this event, so there will be a point before this event, makes sense? Before this event, and there will be a point after this event, common sense. So now Rohan can make use of these 2 points. So now Roman, if Roman wants to run something at this point, let's say at this point, now Roman event. Okay. For example, let's say this Claude code made a tool call. Okay. So this tool call is invoked. This tool call is made. Okay. Makes sense. Now this is an event. Okay. This is an event. Okay. Now this event. So there will be a point before this event. Makes sense? Before this event. And there will be a point after this event. Common sense. So now Roman can make use of these 2 points. So now Roman, if Roman wants to run something at this point, let's say at this point, Roman can do it. And what he can do? Anything. He can run any Python script, he can run any bash command, he can run any PowerShell script, anything. So this is what? Pre-invocation. And this is post. Right? So now Roman is smart. Roman knows that Sonnet, like this Claude, makes a lot of tool calls and performs a lot of things. So let's say before making any tool call, I want to perform something. I want to do something. So Roman can generate any script. For example, we are taking Python as an example, but you can run any script. Bash commands, terminal commands, then PowerShell script, anything. Now Roman can run this particular script on every tool call, or basically before any tool call, because this is called a pre-event. Okay. Now you can think about this then like this. Let's say you are getting a tool call, okay, and you want to send some alerts to yourself. You want to send some messages to yourself. You want to notify yourself on every tool call. Because when you automate so much of things, you need to be aware of like what's going on behind the scenes, right? So you can perform so much of logins. So you can say every time you are doing something, you need to make this post even command or let's say pre-event if you want to do that. Now, what's so special in this particular thing? The special thing is no LLM is involved here in this particular step, because this step will not invoke any LLM. This will not be run by LLM. No, this will be a pure local invocation, pure local execution. Claude code will just execute this script and that's it, or execute any command that I provide and that's it. Claude code will not simply send that command or send that script to LLM or to Sonnet to run that thing or use it as a context. No, this will be pure local step that it will perform. Simple. Oh, okay. So you can think of it like a kind of step or a kind of local node that we have added in our execution. Simple. Makes sense. So now let's try to read the documentation for this. So now what is written here? If you just go here, I think, yeah, external code. And then we have hooks. Yeah, perfect. And I think first we should just go to reference. Yeah, perfect. So first of all, this is the thing that I was talking about. These are all the events. First of all, let me just zoom in. First of all, the event is session start. That means whenever we start a session. Second step is user prompt submit. Usually we do not perform anything here. Then we enter the agentic loop where we make tool calls. So this is one of the events, play tool use. Then permission request. That means if we have set it, and I have also set it, that whenever it wants to do anything, you can just ask me. But I have not set it on the tool usage. I have simply set it on the, you can say, edit my file system and that's it. But some people just try to make permissions, or like some people try to just restrict permissions on some tool usage when you work in an organization, because no one, like not everyone should have the access to all of the tool usage, right? So you can do that as well. And then tool executes, simple. Then post tool use. Then sub agent. If you have any sub agent, and if Claude code is spawning any sub agent, it will delete an event for that as well. Simple. And finally, task completed. And then stop. Stop means like everything is done. So these are some of the events. You can see the long list here. These are all of the events. I can make use of these events. Wow, literally. So now, what is a hook? The same thing that I mentioned. Hook is basically any action you want to take on these events. Simple. Any action. And what's the syntax? If you want to define a hook, so this is the very basic syntax. So let me just define this particular thing, or let's say explain because I can define it in VS Code. So first of all, you will say hooks, whatever hooks you want to create, you can create multiple hooks. Then this is the category of hook, which is called pre-tool use. Here you just need to write the event name, like on which event you want to perform your action. I want to perform click define and mention. Hook is basically any action you want to take on these events. Simple. Any action. And what's the syntax? If you want to define a hook, so this is the very basic syntax. So let me just define this particular thing, or let's say explain because I can define it in VS Code. So first of all, you will say hooks, whatever hooks you want to create, you can create multiple hooks. Then this is the category of hook, which is called pre-tool use. Here you just need to write the event name, like on which event you want to perform your action. I want to perform my action on pre-tool use. That means whenever it will be using a tool, I want to run something, I want to do something. Then comes the matcher. Matcher means what type of event, because tool can be of any type. It can be of bash command, it can be of create, edit, read, write, so many things, right? So you simply need to write some tool type. Simple. So now this hook is saying that whenever Claude code is running any bash command, okay, any kind of bash tool, so you need to run my hook. You need to run my thing. And what is the thing? What is the action? This is the action. So here the person has created the bash script. Okay, it's called .sh, which is a kind of, you can say, shell script. So the person has created the script and the person has saved the script inside hooks folder. We can save it anywhere, but this is a standard. And then what will happen? Whenever the Claude code will make a tool call using bash, before making that tool call, Claude code has to run this command. Simple. Simple. This is pure automation. Pure automation. Simple. So let's see some other examples. This is a very good example. We will also try to create our own example, and we'll use Python for that because Python can do literally everything, including bash script and using sub-processes. So it's not going to be, we will use Python. So this is another very good example. So this is an example because whenever we run anything with bash command, right? Now we'll say, hey, what is inside this script? So let me show you what is inside this script. So basically, this person has applied a kind of security, or you can say a kind of guardrail on his repo or working directory. Whenever we run the bash command, we can literally perform anything using bash. The person has restricted this command RF. So if the person finds, basically Claude code finds, okay, anything related to bash command, it will directly run this script. And this script is saying, hey, if any command contains these type of characters to remove anything, deny. I do not want to just perform that. Simple. So this is that structure. You can just add some guardrails in your working tree. Simple. And this is the architecture for that particular execution. So first of all, Claude will run this command. Why? Because you would have asked, hey, please delete this thing, hey, please delete that thing. Claude will say, let me generate the command that I want to run. Okay, it generated this command, bash irmrf tmp print. Then it was going to the tool call. Which tool call? Bash tool call. But this pre-tool use fires. Why? Because there is a hook for this particular task. So now this is fired. So now what it will do? It will just perform its task, and it will say if there is any tool call related bash which is there in our case, then simply run this particular step and the decision is blocked. That means it cannot perform that tool call. But if let's say I'm performing a Python operation, then obviously this will also fire, but that command will not contain any kind of this particular character. Let's say IMRF. Then obviously it doesn't need to just block that particular tool, it will simply continue the execution. So this is the kind of, you can say, some people use it for guardrails, some people use it for automation, some people use it for logging, some people use it for summarization, and it's totally your choice. What do you want to do on these events? Simply. Some people even use it for, let's say, notifying them. For example, let's say you are working with Claude Code and some bigger executions where you have long skills. Then obviously Claude Code takes some time to execute everything. And sometimes Claude Code would need your input in the middle of the execution. And let's say you're working on 10 different things. Then obviously you don't need to keep the Claude Code up and running in front of your eyes. Obviously it's running behind the scenes, but it will be running in the background, right? So what it will do, it can just simply run one bash command whenever it needs your input, and there is a special event for that. It's called notification. Similar to pre-tool use, there is a special you can say event called notification. So whenever it needs your attention, whenever it needs your input, you will simply run that particular command. It's a bash command, or the PowerShell command, and it will simply give you the notification. Hey, I need your input. Hey, I need your attention, and well. So people use it for notification purposes as well, so that your tasks are not stuck, they are not blocked. It will simply notify you immediately. And it totally depends if you want to automate that thing using your Windows notification, or you can simply create a Python script to generate some sound from your system, or you can even connect your Slack. Let's say you're working in an organization and you are wearing headsets, or let's say your microphone is not connected, anything. So you cannot hear the sound, and you should sometimes simply mute the notifications, especially system notifications. Then what you can do, you can simply connect your Slack or Teams, and it will simply send you a DM, hey, I need your attention. Simple. So you can also do that as well. So there's so many things. Okay. It totally depends on you what you want. So the idea is very simple. Idea is very simple. These are the events. I can literally perform anything on these events. Simple. This is the whole idea. Okay. This is the whole idea. These are the events. I can literally do anything that I want on these events. I just need to create my hook file. That's it. Simple. Now let's see how can we create our hook file. So if you just go to VS Code, and if you go inside Claude, and here, yeah, let's create here. So if I just go here, I can create one hooks folder first of all. Because inside the hooks folder, I will create my Python file or Python script basically. So let's create our script. Let's say I want to run my Python script. Okay, in this Python script, what it will do, it will simply do something. Okay, and just test it. So what I can do, we can simply create a very simple Python file. So what I will do, I will simply write one text file whenever my tool call is invoked. Simple. Let me literally write anything, but we need to test it, right? So what I can do, I can create one Python file, and I will name it as the please script. Okay, please script.py, and here I can say import OS, and let's use path. So file path not sh, not really. Please script.py. Yeah, sorry, not php. So here I can say with open file path, not in the reading mode. We want to write it. We try to create a text file whenever our tool will be invoked, basically. Simple, and it will be just created in this folder, in the host folder. Simple. I can also decide any other directory, but let's say I want to just write it here just to test it. So this is my hook. Now, how to configure the hook? So basically, there are two ways. I will just tell you both. The way is just one, but you can just go to that way through two different paths. So the thing is, we need to create one settings.json file, not settings.local.json. This is not available across all workflows. Settings.json file. So when you create settings.json file, you have to configure this thing like this. Let's say like this. You just paste JSON. Here's the JSON. Let's say like this. Simple. But you know what? This settings.json file is actually created automatically by Claude Code to perform the other tasks as well. So yes, you can create it manually, but I would recommend you to create the settings.json file for the very first hook through Claude Code. Why? Because when you will ask it to just create the settings.json file, it will keep it in the records and it will not purge that file. Otherwise, you can see that you will create a settings.json file and it will just remove it automatically after some time, just to sync all the properties because it has not registered your settings.json file. So that is why this is my personal recommendation. Okay. Otherwise, you can just create it manually as well. Okay, because I faced this problem, I want to share with you. You might not face it, but if you face this problem, simply delete the settings.json file and ask Claude Code to create the hook for you and automatically it will write it in the settings.json file. Simple. Okay. So let me just ask Claude. I want you to create one pre-tool hook for me, which will run the prescript.py file. Located at .Claude hooks. Simple. That is not already created by settings.json file. Okay, it is reading my file. Okay. So it is just trying to create it. Where has created settings? Oh, it is simply called as hooks.json. By the way, now I'm creating hooks.json file. Bro, it should be called as settings.json. Claude doesn't even know its own documentation. Bro, now it's just updating settings.local.json. You need to create a separate file called settings.json. That is why when you work with Claude Code, you will feel like those bigger models on it, and Opus models are actually very good in terms of coding. So you should only use Opus model, not Opus, this Haiku model just for like low level tasks, or you can say which does not require much technical knowledge. Because obviously they have created multiple models on the basis of the work that they perform. But yeah, we are simply creating this particular demo, so we do not need to just use that high class model. But it is a personal recommendation if you're working in the real world, if you're dealing with some coding problems and you need that particular, you can say, knowledge from LLM, then obviously you should just go with the Sonnet at least. Okay. So I think it just tested its pre-script as well. Not actually because this is I think Google automatically called. Let me just delete this file because obviously this is also one of the calls, so that is why. So, but that is fine, no need to worry. So let's see what it has created. So it has created hooks, p2 use hooks type command, and command is this one Python, and the location are basically path of my file. Now just a quick tip for anyone who can face some errors. Sometimes Claude code on your Python scripts directly through the terminal. In that scenario, if you're using something in your Python file, let's say here I'm simply using OS, nothing else. But sometimes I can use multiple libraries, and those libraries are only available in your virtual environment. Then in that particular scenario, what you can do, you can simply go to settings.json and create a command. Instead of just writing Python, you should copy the path of virtual environment like this, copy path and just put it here, because it will then use your virtual environment. Simple. And you can obviously add an escape character if you are on Windows, but it's fine. Okay. So now this way as well, and you can simply provide a full path of your Python script whenever you are just using the virtual environment. So this is a tip when you're using so many things. Simple. So this is pre-use, so now I want to test it. So I know that this particular Python file, this is my script, should run every time whenever I'm making any tool call, right? Any tool call. By the way, I can just simply define what type of tool call, let's say edit, write, read, but I will just test it on any tool call. So I will simply open one new chat and I will say, create one test.php file for me with hello world in it. So now what I have asked, I have simply asked to create one test file for me. Why? Because I know whenever I ask something to create or do whatever, it will do something. It will make tool call, and whenever it will make tool call, this is what it should run, right? So let's test it. So okay, I will say yes, and I can see that p-script.php is already there because it created this file called where it is test.php in your working directory. Okay, so it has created test.php, and obviously it will use to call right. So now my script automatically ran and it generated this file, which is called this is a p-script. Wow. This way you can even create a post script as well. Let me show you. So let's say post script. Perfect. And here I will say this is a post script. Simple. And let me just add this as well. Now I can extend it on my own. Nothing to worry. Simple. Now let's ask it one more time just to create that thing because this time I should see two files. Control C and let me delete the previous one just to test it. Let's go to Claude code. Perfect. Let's see if we can see two files this time. Okay, please press there because that is called automatically. The file already exists and I didn't know actually. Wow. So let me just say create a new file though. But it ran my piece because that automatically runs before the script, before the tool call. Simple. Create test2. Perfect. So I can see please already because tool call is recently made and my script is already there. Now if I approve it, I should see post script as well. Post is not there. Why? Oh, I see. Because I have not changed the path. Okay. Perfect. Let's test it one more time. Create test3. Okay, let's see this time. Okay, please is already there. Obviously, now I will look at actually post it. Perfect. So both of my Python scripts are done. Simple. So this way you create all of these particular hooks, and hooks will automatically be triggered whenever you are associating a hook with your event. Simple. And let me just now just show you some more examples that you can just try on your own. There's like one very good example, and let me just check. I think it was there in the example, in the build code, and then where was it? Let me just find it for you. Hooks. Oh yeah, let me show you. I found it. Let me show you. Getting started, extend Claude code. Hooks. So they have provided this amazing example. You can just try it. So what this example do is like hooks reference. Let me find it. Yeah, here I finally found it. It is inside with code and automated with hooks. So these are some of the how-to tutorials in this particular section. So here you will see that they have simply created one hook, which is very nice. So which will simply send you some notification whenever it needs your approval or anything in your tool call, and it will just use this particular PowerShell command to send you the notification, which is not a very good thing. By the way, you should instead connect your personal text messages or chat messages because most of the time you would also keep your Windows system on DND. But yeah, if you just want to test it, you can just create one hook for this. You can just play around with it. You can just see so many examples here. Most of the time, what people prefer is running the bash commands or PowerShell scripts. Okay, but you can simply run Python scripts because Python can do literally anything. But sometimes when you just want to perform some additional things, you can just go with the PowerShell script as well. Simple. And obviously the Linux command. So here you can just see some examples of how to tutorials. Simple. But now I think you have got the intent, like what is the end goal that you want to achieve. We simply want to run our script on a specific event and that's it. Because Claude code allows us to utilize the events. Simple. And we can create hooks around that. Okay, simple. I think it will be very helpful whenever you want to automate literally everything. Automation plus logging is very important. So it will do both with the help of hooks. Plus, it will not use LLM, it will not use the context. So I think you can smartly integrate hooks whenever you want to automate anything. Obviously, because if you don't pass that particular context, this will be like pure local execution and that's it. Simple. So this is your hooks in Claude code, and the best part is now we have covered everything in Claude code. Everything means with the C, obviously. Everything means now you are well versed. Now you are capable enough to integrate Claude code in your workflows, Claude code in your day-to-day activities, Claude code in your day-to-day job that you do. But now you can confidently work with Claude code. Yes, there is so many updates in the future in the AI, obviously, in the data engineering, obviously. So if you want to just stay updated, just hit the subscribe button right now and just Hit the like button and drop a lovely comment in this video. And just click on the link on the screen. I will see you there. Happy learning and happy success. Everyone wants to learn Claude.
Oh, it restarted our, so finally we finished. Shall I say thank you so much? No, not from here. So that's all for this video. Tomorrow we are going to learn MCP, Model Context Protocol. Yeah, next goal is Model Context Protocol. We are going with, I'm going with flow. I don't know. Because I just want to scratch the surface first, then I'll deep dive. You know how, like, if you see the frozen lakes and all, the if you can walk over the frozen lake, but once you will make, like, maybe you will use something to hit that frozen part, then you can see the ocean inside, or maybe water lake inside. So the same way, first I'm just walking on the surface of the frozen uh, knowledge, or you can say on the surface of deep ocean of AI. Yeah, that's all this video. I'm pretty happy that I finished one video within last 4 days, and today we learned one skill like how to create. I think I got the response like why it model wasn't performing well. It took a lot of time to rerun, test, and all. I think that was because maybe I used Haiku model. Alright, so that's all for the video. It's 386. I wasn't expecting. Thanks. I'm pretty happy. I did something. Bye bye. Good night and sleep well. Wake up refreshed. I used to, like, I will use this phrase so many times, so that it will be reminded for me, and it will be in my permanent memory.